Hi guys, my name is Tate with ESLchronicle.com. Today I'd like to talk to you about manners because manners in Korea are very important. I cannot stress that enough. They are the gateway into Korea and Koreans' heart. So it's very important that you have the proper manners and you know about them when coming to Korea. And that's why I'm doing this video today. So when it comes to greeting, especially older people, you want to bow. Don't extend your hand. It's not the Western way. But in most instances, like for example, when I met my principal, after I bowed to him, he extended his hand to greet me as well. So that's the kind of situation where you want to use the Korean way first, and then have them bring in the Western way, because a lot of Koreans will appreciate that. And when it comes to, so that's very important when you're greeting people. When it comes to table manners, this is a big one because Koreans are very social, as we are, and you will eat out a lot. I can't remember how many times I've eaten out with my school as a we have colleague meetings, and we generally, when meetings are over, we go out to eat. So it's very important to have good table manners. So when you arrive and everyone is sitting down, the first thing you want to do is pass out the chopsticks. They're usually on the table with the spoons. Pass the chopsticks, take the chopsticks and the spoon and hand them out. Have the chopstick and the spoon, the head of the spoon facing you, right? And then put it on their right hand side. That's very important. And then when it comes to eating, you want the older person to take the first bite. So you wait until the older person. Now, there are a lot of, I work with older coworkers, and everyone is old. I don't know their age, right? So I wait until someone eats first. Then I can eat. So that's very important. So wait till they eat first, and when you're toasting, because they'll go, dambe, to get a drink together. When you're toasting with them, make sure your glass is lower than theirs, right? This is a little tidbit that a lot of people don't know. So make sure your glass is a little bit lower than theirs. It's a sign of respect. And toast with them. And then when you're drinking, if it's alcohol that you're drinking, make sure you turn to the side and drink like this, not facing them. It's also a very good sign of respect, and that's the one that I get praised on a lot, right? And when you see a colleague's glass is empty, pick up the drink, and whatever drink they're drinking, soju is the common thing here. Pick it up and pour it for them. Use both hands, pick it up like this and use both hands to pour. And they will really appreciate that. And when receiving anything or giving anything, you want to use both hands. You want to extend your hands and use both of them and hand it to them, or receive like this, right? So that's very important. You want to remember those things. And when it comes to payment, usually Koreans don't understand the concept of Dutch pay. I mean, they understand, they know that's how we do it, but that's not how Koreans like to handle payment transactions when it comes to when everyone eats together. Usually the oldest person pay, but the person who invites you is usually the person that pay. The person who invites everybody is the person that takes the bill, right? So your part, as I've mentioned before, is just being a good mannered person, I suppose, for lack of a better word, to keep those manners in mind and make sure that you follow those tips to make a very good impression, because if you follow that, you'll make a very good impression. That's something that I found that my co-workers and colleagues talked to me a lot about. They're like, wow, your Korean manners are very, very good. Where did you learn that? I was like, I just Google search. I learn as I see other foreigners behave. I pick up tips, I take it, and I say, okay, they seem to like that, so I'm gonna try that. And my colleagues respond really well to that. So with that said, I hope you will make a lasting impression in Korea and have a great time with your Korean colleagues. And that's it. So follow those tips and check out my website, ESLchronicle.com.